Okay, so we've worked our way through a lot of different sort of techniques and things that we can use. One of the other things that you'll want to figure out is how to add sound to your project, right? And so again, you can keep the sound that's attached to your video if you want to, and you can alter that. Again, if I just drag one of these clips in here and let it go. Oh, that one actually doesn't have sound attached to it, so that one's not a good, good one. Let's try this one here. I think this one does. Nope, that one doesn't either. Let's try. Here we go. I think this one does. Right. Okay. So you can see that this little clip has has some sound attached to it too, right? So the other ones were just animations that didn't have any audio attached to them at the beginning, from the very beginning. So, you can see this. I can go in here now and I can actually adjust the sound. So if I go back into like my effects controls, you'll see that there are audio effects, right? So I can click on that and there's all kinds of options for this. This is a little bit like Adobe Audition. It's got a lot of the same ones that you would find there would be found here. So you can go in here and like add some kind of delay or echo, or you can sort of try to change the reverb or fix things that might be not working great. You can change balance. You can adjust volume. The easiest way to adjust the volume is to go in here, and if you want to make it a little bit bigger so you can kind of see what you're doing, you can always click and stretch out these little panels down here. But this is my audio, right, line, so I can click or drag that, and that's going to make it louder or quieter, right, depending on how I set it. But of course, the important thing to know is that you can always keyframe everything, right? So if I go in here under levels and drop a keyframe in there, right, it'll be at that loudness there, and then if I go here and I kind of crank that up, it will now add a keyframe, and you can kind of see how it's giving you the visual representation. So that's nice because I can go in here and kind of change these things around. If I go forward a little bit more now and drop it back down, you'll see that keyframe dropped it there. So now if I play through this, it'll go quiet and get a little bit louder maybe as we get a little closer to that peak that I put it at, and then it'll get quiet and go basically fade to almost inaudible in the end. So just like everything else, you can keyframe your volume, but you can also keyframe any effects that you might want to add in there, so which is pretty nice. But the other thing that people often will want to do is they will want to add, like, not just to adjust the audio that's already with a clip that they've imported, but also add like a different landscape in the back, or sorry, soundscape in the background, right? So here's a good example of one where this is pre-recorded music I have from folks who've given me permission to play around with it. And so I can basically, and anytime you can't see enough of the key of the timeline, you can always kind of like pull that back right a little bit. Let's drop this in here. We want it to be in the audio track, right? So I'm gonna drop it, and now you can see that I have added this sound to it. So it's got this clip, and I can adjust or cut up the audio clip just like I could anything else. So if I wanted to click here and make a cut and then just delete that chunk, I can, and then I can of course adjust the start and stop points just like any other thing. It's important to know though, like if I grab my razor blade and try to cut this audio, you'll notice that it's cutting both, right? It's cutting the video part and it's cutting the audio down below. So the only trick for that, if I wanted to really mess with it, would be to split these up. So I would have to select the clip I want to alter, control clip, click on it, go to unlink, and now I could go in and I could sort of, like, if I wanted some audio to disappear like right in the middle here, I could do that, delete it, and now there would be nothing here, right? And then it would keep the audio that I had started in the middle. So that could allow me to like overlay some audio over the top of everything else, and I could get a lot of things kind of going all at the same time if I want to. So again, remember, you can like keyframe audio by using the stopwatch controls, and just you can make the volume go up and down. You can adjust panning back and forth. There's some things you can do in Adobe Premiere that can make this pretty interesting. So that would be the basics of sound and bringing it in. Again, you got to make sure that whatever sound files you have are ones that Premiere can read. So if you have like copyrighted music, it's not going to let you drag that in, right? You got to make sure you convert that to, you know, a WAV file or a MP3 file or something like that that you can get your hands on and use. So, but if you have video footage where all you want is the sound, you can put the clip in here, unlink them, and then just delete the video away, and you'll just have the audio left. So like if I did this, if I just went ahead and grabbed this and deleted it now, since they're unlinked, all I have left is the audio from that little scene instead of the video that goes with it. Hope that all makes sense. Have fun. See what kind of crazy sounds you can add to your projects from here on out.